So, okay. Now, what are email etiquette? No? Email etiquette, they refer to set of guidelines and best practices for composing, sending, and responding to emails in a professional and respectful manner. So, kailangan ng proper email etiquette to ensure clear communication. It helps maintain professionalism and also avoid misunderstanding. Gaya nga ng nabanggit ko kanina, pagdating sa text, content, email particularly, walang emotions ang mga yan. Maliban na lang kung lalagyan mo ng exclamation point, question mark, period, or mga punctuations na mga ganon. Okay? So, now, one of the things in email etiquette is you have to use a clear and descriptive subject line. Kailangan accurate yung iyong subject lines that reflects the content ng iyong email. Para sa ganon, mas madaling maintindihan ng makaka-receive ng iyong email kung gaano ka-importante at gaano ka-urgent yung email mo na iyon. No? Pangalawa is you start with a professional greeting. Ano yung mga professional greeting? Say, dear, and then yung kanyang name or hello, and then yung name niya, no? For professional email. Ngayon naman kung medyo casual, no? Gaya ng client ko, lagi niya lang sinasabi, hi Jen, o kaya Jen, Jenny, no? And that is enough. Basta casual siya. Pero pag formal, you have to address them with dear or hello, you know. And then number 3 is be concise and to the point. Kailangan you go straight to the main purpose of your email. Yung parang pagbabasahin pa lang niya yung first two sentences, alam na niya kung ano yung purpose ng email na yon in order to avoid unnecessary details. At saka nakafocus ka agad yung iyong message dun lang sa main purpose mo. And then if need be, you can use bullet points or numbered list para sa mga clarity and conveying multiple points. Na? And number 4 is use proper grammar. Of course, kailangan i-proofread natin yung mga email natin for typographical errors, grammatical errors, and spelling mistakes. Sa Gmail, makikita mo pag mali yung spelling mo kasi naka-red. Okay? And some Gmail, they suggest ano yung word. And sa Gmail ngayon, pag nag-compose ka, kung minsan meron na siyang itutuloy na salita or sentence, no? It's up to you if you use that or not. But use a complete sentence and proper punctuation mark para ma-maintain yung professionalism. Okay? Number 5 is maintain a professional tone. No? Kailangan hindi tayo gagamit ng mga slang, mga jargon, o yung mga overly casual language. And also, highfalutin na mga words, okay? We have to be polite and courteous even you are addressing a complaint or a negative situation. Actually, ito yung last exam ko, 10 years ago before I landed this job, binigyan ako ng situation wherein yung isang client, kunwari, is complaining about the software na binenta namin sa kanya and then ano daw ang gagawin ko. Eto yung email niya, parang halos murahin na yung buong pagkatao mo. So, ito yung isang parang pinakita ko doon na kung ano ang aking personality. Because our email will reflect our personality. Kahit papaano man natin siya bali-baliktarin, meron at merong lalabas na personality natin sa ating email. Okay? Number 6 is be mindful of your tone. No? Written communication can be easily misinterpreted. So be careful with mga humor, sarcasm, and yung tone para ma-avoid yung misunderstanding. And then include a clear call to action. No? If you need the recipient to do something, kailangan i-emphasize mo kung anong action ang ine-expect mo mula sa kanila. And then, kailangan mo mag-provide ng deadline if necessary, and kailangan maging specific ka about your request. Say, for example, you forwarded an email to a sales and marketing team. no? Kailangan ilagay mo doon, halimbawa may complaint ang isang client ninyo, and then you forwarded the email to the sales and marketing team, and then you emphasize there, kailangan halimbawa this has to be acted upon in within 24 hours, kung hindi mag-forfeit yung kanilang warranty, things like that, no? So we have to be specific about our request. And then 8 is use appropriate sign-off, like how you will end your email. Kailangan meron siyang closing phrase na halimbawa yung sincerely, best regards, or thank you. And then include your name, your title, and your contact information in your signature, no? We can also teach you how to do a signature. Bago ko siya ituloy, eto, pakita ko na sa inyo sa mga email ko, there is a signature. Okay, pakita natin. Pwede tayong gumawa ng ganito. Oop. Nandyan ba siya? Teka, attach. Attach ko lang. Nawawala yung aking email signature. Okay. Normally, we make email signatures like this. Kaya pala, walang email signature yung akin. Eto. Okay. Kung makikita ninyo, ito yung aking email signature. It has the logo, and then, wait lang, palitan ko. Hindi pala yan. Okay. Pwede nyo magawa itong email signature in Canva. I would suggest that, kasi mas formal, no, kapag meron kang email signature in Canva. Other people, they just use logo, and then ita-type in lang nila yung name nila. But for me, ginawa ko siyang ganito. Okay, ito na muna. Sige. Kunwari, ito na muna. Babaguhin ko pa yan. Ayan. So, pag merong nag-reply, pag nag-reply ako, yan ang lalabas. And then, just save this. Wait lang. Save changes. Okay. Alright. So, kapag nag-compose ako, makikita nyo kaagad yung aking signature. Ayun, no? Ay, bakit nagdalawa? Sorry. Delete natin yung isa. Hindi pala na ano yung isa. Right? Tanggalin natin yung isa. Bigla siyang nagdalawa. Ayun. Remove the other one. Okay, remove. And then this one, remove. Ayan. Okay, then save. Okay. You can create, no? You can create using Canva. Kaya nga, mag-focus tayo sa Canva in our graphics design. So, if you can see, kapag nag-compose ako, automatically nandoon yung signature ko. And then I can put anything here. And then kapag nag-reply din ako, the signature is there. So, you don't need to type it over and over again. Pwedeng sabihin mo na lang, sincerely. Ayan. Tapos automatic yun na yan. Okay? Yung iyong signature. Okay? So, kung may mga questions, please write them down. Tapos mamaya i-ano natin. We will address it accordingly. Alright. So, let's proceed. Okay? So, dito tayo sa email etiquette. Okay? So, signature, no appropriate sign-off, and then yung signature. And then number 9 is we have to respect the privacy and confidentiality, no? Kailangan maging cautious tayo in sharing sensitive information. Kailangan yung email ay para talaga doon sa tao na yon. And we have to consider encrypting confidential content, no? Pwede naman nating yung ibang content, kung hindi niya kailangan, pwede natin siyang alisin. Okay. Now, number 10 is respond promptly, no? Kailangan, yung mga kailangan i-respond or replyan within the 24 hours, yun yung target time of replying to a certain email. If you need more time, pwede naman ilagay na, halimbawa, in-email nyo ako. Normally, once I saw your email, I will just reply to you, acknowledge receipt. Ibig sabihin na receive ko yung email nyo. Okay, that is how we develop communication. So we are practicing communication in that way because once you land the client, acknowledgement and communication is very vital. Kasi baka mamaya hindi nyo na-receive yung email, nag-aantay pala siya ng result or nag-aantay pala siya ng opinion mo, no, or advice mo. So, ako, whenever my client sends me an email, I will just tell them, copy that, sir, or noted on that. Yan. Ganun ang ginagawa ko. And then 11 is yung paggamit ng reply all, no? Only use reply all if every recipient needs to see your response. Para sa ganun ma-avoid ang cluttering ng inbox ng iba. Okay? Number 12 is avoid excessive attachments. Kasi kapag masyadong marami ang attachment, hindi siya maa-attach, magiging Google link lang siya. So kung pwedeng i-compress ang isang file, then use file sharing service like what we use, no, here in Google. Okay? Google is very, ano ba yung tawag nito? Effective. Google Drive is very effective. Why? Because when I work on a certain task, nakikita ito nung kanino man nakashare. Okay? Itong ano na to, itong worksheet na to. So in this case, this worksheet is shared by me and my client. So kahit ito, it is shared by several people. So kapag meron akong inedit dito, it's a real time. Okay? And we use Google Drive. But in Google Drive, we only have 15 gigabyte available for free. And then kapag sumobra dyan, you have to subscribe. Doon tayo nagbabayad. Right? So, that is, saan na ba ako? Okay. Right. Going back to email etiquette. Na? So, kailangan avoid yung excessive attachment. Right? Now, 13 is be careful with forwarding. No? Kapag nagfo-forward ka ng mga emails, kailangan yung content ay appropriate and relevant doon sa recipient. Pwede mong alisin kung irrelevant or sensitive yung information from the original email. And then 14 is use out of office reply. One of our batch 1 HHVA, ginamit niya to, pinagpracticean niya, no? Kaya nakakatuwa kapag pinagpa-practicean nila yung kanilang natututunan. So, by following this email etiquette guidelines, no, you can enhance your communication skills and then you can build better relationship and maintain professional image sa iyong email interactions. Now,